And I think the women really show up when they ask questions. They're willing to ask the questions that sometimes I see, dare I say it, that the men don't want to ask. Hey, welcome to the Money Markets and Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, stock market coach and option trader Jason Brown. And today we're going to have a little fun. We're going to talk about why women are better traders than men. Ooh, I hope I don't start a fight. Let's get into it. You know, I've been thinking about this topic for a while about women and their trading style. And fellas, don't worry, stick around. We'll do an episode about the why guys and fellas are good traders. But for now, we're talking to the women. And I've been thinking about this as, you know, as a person that runs a stock market education and a coaching program. I see both men and women inside the program. And the way it's interesting how the women show up, and it's also interesting how the men show up. Both, you know, unique in their own right and both good in their own right, but they show up very different. And so I was starting to think, like, why do the women show up a little bit different when it comes to their trading? And why do I think the women make really good traders? And the best concept that I could think of is a wedding. And so I started thinking about the way that women prepare for a wedding. Now, especially if you're a married woman, you're going to know what I'm talking about. And men, if you're married to someone and you've been through a wedding, you know what I'm talking about. So let's break down those qualities that it takes to plan a wedding and those skill sets that translate into the stock market, would typically sets a woman up to be a very good trader and investor. So the first thing is, most women have a vision for how they want their wedding day to be. They have a vision for, you know, the dress they're going to wear, the colors that their bridal party is going to wear. They have a vision for the food, the taste, the way the cake's going to look. They have a vision for where the honeymoon is going to be, what the sun is going to be like, the temperature. Everything down to the smallest detail. A woman typically has a vision of what she wants that day, that experience, that feeling, that energy to be like. And it translates over into the stock market because most women have a vision for their finances. They have a vision for, what they want their life to be like, whether it's to be a stay-at-home mother, whether it's to, be in corporate America, whether it's to volunteer, give money to their church, charity, family, whether it's to support their spouse. Most women just have this vision for what they want and how they're going to execute it, and especially when it comes to their wedding day. And so in the stock market, that same vision is super important to know, like, how much money do I want to make? Where do I see, why am I doing this? Why am I investing? Why am I trading? And when this is over, how do I want this to look? How do I want the experience to feel like? And most women bring that same energy into their trading. And so they're usually laser focused. Like, this is what it should feel like. This is what it should be like. This is how much I want to make. This is how long it should take. Which leads me to the second thing that makes most women really good traders, which is the same quality that it takes to plan usually their future wedding, which is the planning portion of it. So once you have this vision, you're like, this is where I see my wedding day going. Most women spring into action and they will take up to 12 months, maybe longer. I don't know. But sometimes women will take 12 months, and every day, every week, they're looking through magazines. They're picking out dresses. They're trying on dresses. They're researching venues. They're driving to the venue. They're calling caterers and getting prices. They're calling flower shops and getting prices. They know the best weather, the best time to get married in this area or region of the country. They plan down to the T how much it's going to cost, everything. They have it all laid out. And it's so powerful because the stock market is very similar in the sense that if you take that same amount of planning and you come in and you say, let me research this company. Let me research who's the CEO. Let me research their earnings report. Let me research their product and what they do. Let me research where this company's been, where this company's going, where they're going to be 6 months, 12 months from now. That same level of attention to details and planning and researching and understanding the stock in the company, or should I say understanding your wedding day, your vision, and how to execute on that and make it come to fruition. That same planning is used in the stock market. And when you bring that same level of detail over to the stock market, it's just a different thing that you're planning, which I also think is why sometimes people get more excited about their wedding day or planning their vacation than they do the stock market, because in the stock market, they don't have an exact day where the event is going to happen and everything is just going to be great. And they haven't been dreaming about the stock market or investing since they were a little kid or a little girl. And so I think sometimes it may not be as exciting to plan the stock market, but those same qualities of researching the stock, determine when to buy, when to sell, what the CEO is doing, what is the best industry to put our money into. It's the same as like, where's the best venue? Who's the best flower person? If you're getting ripped off or not, because you call 20 vendors. It's like, I know if this is a good price to pay for the stock or not, because I looked at 20 companies that are similar to this company and I have an idea of what I should be paying for this. And so those same qualities really translate very well into researching and planning out what stocks you're going to buy, what companies you're going to invest in, and what strategies that you're going to use to get to your financial goals. The third thing is that when most women plan a wedding, they write out directions for everyone and they want you to follow the directions to a T. Okay, so they have this vision, they wrote out this plan, and then here's the directions to carry out the plan. It's like, hey, bridesmaid, I need you guys at the shop, 8:00. At 10:00 p.m., bus driver, we need you pulling up to pick us up because we got to be to the chapel at this time. Like, they write out the directions and they want them followed to a T, because they know if you follow them to a T, that will allow them to execute on their plan, which will then allow them to execute on their vision of this very special day, this very special event that they've been planning out for a long time. And so when you come to the stock market, why is following directions, why is executing so important, and why I think more women execute on these things, because they already are doing this in other areas of their life. And so in the stock market, it's like, here's the vision. This is how much money I want to make. This is what I want to do with the money when I make it. Okay, here's the plan. I'm going to buy a course. I'm going to join this community. I'm going to study. I'm going to research. I'm only going to invest in these type of companies. Then it's like, all right, here's the directions. It's like, I'm only going to invest this much into these companies. If the stock goes against me, I'm going to get out at this point and take a small loss. Or if it hits this number, I'm going to take my profit. The women are more likely to follow those directions. Now, let me be clear. Not everyone, right? There's, whether you're a man or a woman, you're still human, right? So some people, you're still enticed by fear and greed in the stock market. But I'm just saying those same qualities of following directions with trying to direct a wedding, trying to direct a big event that so many women are very good at, carries over into the stock market. And following directions or following your plan, following your the goals you set out for yourself, following your, if this goes against me, I'm gonna change or cancel out this trade and take a small loss, or when it's working, I'm going to take my profit and shut the trade down. All of those things are things that equate to helping you become a successful trader, the same way that it equates to executing on that plan and that vision of having that awesome wedding. The fourth thing I think that makes most women great traders is that they make the hard adjustments. You see, on their wedding day, if or leading up to the wedding, if there's a vendor that's not acting right, if there is a feeling, an energy of the a bridesmaid or somebody that's not acting right, they will make the adjustments or the hard decision. Like, you can't be in the wedding. You tripping. You're not ruining my day. I mean, it's like that. I love you, but I can't have you in the wedding. Or it's like your best friend. He can't be in the wedding. Right? I mean, ladies will make that hard decision. I was going with this venue. They don't want to accommodate us. We go switch. We going over here. Ladies make the hard decisions and the hard adjustments because they got a vision. They got a plan and they wrote out the directions and they don't want anything getting in the way. So in the stock market, same thing. Sometimes you have to make the hard decisions. You have to make the hard adjustments. Do I close this trade out early? Do I add more to my position? Do I scrap my original plan and start a new plan? Women don't usually stop and get in their head and be like, but I told all my friends it was going this way, or I bought this stock. I have to be right on it, so I got to get out of it. It's more like, look, this the vision, this the plan, this the directions. If it's not following that, we got a problem, and I got to remove anything from my life that's stressful or that's going against my plan and my vision for my magical special day, because I'm not letting nothing ruin this. And I think they bring that same energy into the stock market. And it's like, look, I had a plan. I had a vision. Here was the direction this thing was supposed to be going. It was supposed to work like this. If it ain't working like this, I got to cut ties with this trade, with this stock, and I got to move my money over to something else, because this ain't the feeling I had for my big day. This wasn't the plan or the vision I had for my big day that's coming up. And that same thing. This ain't the plan. This ain't the vision I had for my investment, for my stock trades. So this stock got to go, or this strategy got to go. They make the hard decisions. And then the fifth thing that makes women really great traders is that they are not afraid to ask for help. Now, fellas, don't shoot me if y'all listen to this podcast. Women are not afraid to ask for help. And maybe it's because when you look at a wedding day, right? We're going to stick with the wedding thing. Like, a woman is like, hey, can you pick the flowers up? Can you drive over there and make sure the chair covers get set up? Can you? So they're, again, this is back to the vision, the planning, writing out directions, making the hard adjustments if they feel like somebody can't live up to the expectations. And then they're willing to ask for help. I know I can't be in every place at one time. Can you pick my mom up, take her to the salon? Can you meet the cake decorator over there? Let them in so they can bring the cake in. I need you. Can you go pick the kids up? Make sure they got their dress on. Like, the women are like, they're not afraid to ask for help. They're not afraid to ask for help and get the support they need. They're not afraid to call another girl. Girl, when you did your wedding, I remember that. Who was your caterer? Who'd you get for your chair cut? They're not afraid to ask for help. And in the stock market, that quality translates over into not being afraid to say when you're wrong on a trade, not being afraid to say, hey, I don't understand this strategy. Can you explain that again? Or I thought it was going up, it's going down. I must have misread the chart wrong. What am I missing? Like, the ladies are willing to put it out there and not necessarily like hide it, put it in their back pocket, pretend like they knew what they were doing. They're like, nah, I don't get it. Can you meet with me one-on-one? Can we do a coaching session? I don't care how much it is. I need some help. Most women are willing to ask for the help in their wedding day, leading up to the event, and even after the event. I need y'all to take the gifts. Can y'all bring them back to the house? Can you drop such and such off? I'm going on my vacation. I don't need to worry about this. Can y'all handle that? Boom, boom, boom. Like, they're willing to ask for help. And in the stock market or in the investing world, asking for help is crucial. It's crucial because you don't know what you don't know. And so there's this mentality sometimes that's like, well, I don't want to ask for help because I don't want to look, here's the word, I'm going to do air quotes, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look stupid. But it's just like getting married. If you've never been married before, most people don't be like, I don't want to look stupid. Most women be like, girl, I never did this before. What are some things that you wish you would have did on your wedding day? What are some things I need to look out for? Okay, don't have these people. They gonna tell you, cut the cake, do this, dance. Just make sure it's enough time for you to enjoy it. Like, women are gonna ask because they realize I've never done this before and I have a vision and a plan and I want it to go off without a hitch. Same thing with the stock market. If you've never done this before, there is no, I don't want to look stupid. This is the place where you come to get your questions answered, which is why we tried to create a safe community inside Power Trades University, from the forums to the live Q&A sessions, because it's not about looking stupid. It's about getting your questions answered in a safe place. And I think the women really show up when they ask questions. They're willing to ask the questions that sometimes I see, dare I say it, that the men don't want to ask. And then they'll chime in like, I had that question too. Great question. I was thinking the same thing sometimes, right? But I think the women just realize, like, look, I don't know what I don't know. And I know what I need to know because I got a vision and a plan that I'm trying to execute on. I don't need nothing getting in the way of that, especially not no ego, especially not a feeling of feeling stupid, because I'm trying to execute on this plan, because that is the feeling that I'm most worried about getting to, which is the excitement, the joy that I'm going to feel on that day when I see all my friends and family. I see the cake, I see the flowers, everything set up beautiful. That is the feeling I'm chasing. So I'm more worried about experiencing that feeling than worrying about feeling stupid or being afraid to ask a question. And it's the same thing with the stock market. Most people should be, I should say, I don't know if they are, but most people should be worried about the feeling that you're going to feel once you make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. You should be more worried about the feeling of never having to worry about money again. More worried about the feeling that you're going to feel when you're able to pay for that car in cash, put your kids through school without them taking out student loans, pay off your house and not have to have a mortgage for 30, 40 years. That is the feeling that we should be worried about versus like, I don't want to ask this question. I don't want to look stupid. But most women have been in a situation where they're not worried about looking stupid. They're worried about getting to the ultimate vision, the ultimate plan, that ultimate feeling of that wedding day. And that same energy transfers into the stock market. I was looking at this CNBC study, and they said many women, according to a Fidelity Investment 2021 Women Investing Study, outperform their male counterparts, meaning most women's portfolio outperform most men's portfolio, which I thought, I wasn't shocked, but I thought that sounds about right. Because most women don't revenge trade. Most women are impulsive traders, and most women are willing to, like I said, have a vision, make the plan, follow directions, make the hard adjustments on the fly, and they're willing to ask for help when they need help. So if you are a female trader or thinking about becoming a female trader, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Like, am I spot on or am I off base? What did I miss anything? What other attributes make the ladies a great trader? Fellas, if you see something in your lady that is trading, or if you have a partner that's female and she's trading or just has great qualities, I want to hear from you. What other qualities are transferable to the stock market that make women great traders? This is just what I see, and the best way I could break it down is when I see how women plan for weddings. I think, wow, those same attributes carried over to the stock market can make you a ton of money, bringing that same energy over, the vision, the planning, the following directions, the making the hard adjustments and decisions on the go, and asking for help. Those are all qualities that add up to being a great trader. Because if you got that vision, then you're willing to do research. And part of investing is doing research, researching stocks, researching charts, researching companies, writing out a plan. Just like we plan your wedding day, planning how much money you're going to put in, when you're going to get in, when you're going to get out, what strategy you're going to use, following directions, getting out when it hits your profit level, getting out if it hits your I'm wrong level, and taking a small loss, making those hard decisions and adjustments, asking for help. Those are all great qualities. So let me know in the comments if it's something I miss. Do you agree? Are women better traders than men? I want to hear from you. I'll see you in the next episode.